Hello, and welcome to another Looking at Stuff video. Alright, we're back to some classic page flipping territory. And this time, wait, I should have did that with a little more suspense. Forget that you saw that. Alright. This time we have some more page flipping. We're back to basics. This is a cushion. We're back to basics. We are going to view another video game magazine from the archaic past. It is Gamefan magazine, actually. That is, Diehard Gamefan Next Generation Video Game Magazine, covering 32-bit. Man, that's pretty crazy. I thought 8-bit was the limit. So, time for a dolly shot. Okay, it's marginally better. We got cinematography now. Okay, so what's in this? Video games. Start with this ad for X-Men 2, Clone Wars. Oh, and Beyond Oasis. This actually looks pretty good. I always like looking at games where you have really big monsters. Never played them though. Not really. I was pretty particular about the games I played. Yeah, this is Next Generation. Star. I remember when that game came out, because I'd say I had a Genesis, but I still have my Genesis. It is behind me, but I always wanted to play this, and I never did. The galaxy's newest superstar. They were kind of setting up for a star to be the next Sonic the Hedgehog, and it did not work. I also had a Game Gear, but it stopped working a long time ago, and I finally took it apart thinking, I'm a smart guy, I can figure this out. Turns out I could not. So it's in a Ziploc bag in pieces now, and I will kindly award that to my 1 millionth subscriber. All right, stay tuned for that announcement. I'm at 450 now. So here is Team Gamefan. Progressive. They actually had women on the team then. So one thing you're gonna find is, at first you look at this magazine and you think, oh, full graphics, how pretty. Then you start looking through this magazine more, and they went beyond full graphics. They are overflowing with graphics. It's a mess. Gex. That was another one I wanted to play. They always made you want to play these games that had like cool mascotty characters. And I would never buy them because I saved my money for things like Chrono Trigger or Shining Force. Games that had replay value. What is that thing? I think that's supposed to be one of the editors or staff. If I remember right, they kind of put themselves in. You know what? I did not do a proper introduction. I'm losing my edge. You know why I'm losing my edge? Because nobody watches my videos anymore. Just, or maybe it's a chicken and egg thing. So, Diehard Gamefan magazine, April 1995, Volume 3, Issue 4. I have some I don't think Gamefan magazine was really that big. I might be wrong, but I get the feeling it was a little bit more of a little more amateurish than the big ones like Game Pro was the big one, and of course Nintendo Power. And I have some other obscure ones that I don't know how I got my hands on them, but what is this? Anyway, it just feels like a step down. But when in 1995, when I was a whole 11 years old, I was pretty excited to get this bad boy. I mean, $6.95 in Canada. Do you know how far $6.95 went in 1995? I was like, could order a pizza for that. And I'm not talking Domino's, I'm talking good pizza. So, where were we? Well, let's start over with Beyond. Just kidding. Let's go back to where we were. Okay. That's pretty gross. Metal Warriors. Oh, this is Super Nintendo. Okay, table of contents. You see, this is what I mean about graphics overflow. They have a table of contents. They have this lovely Comic Sans-y kind of red font. And then, what do? They stick this horrible background that makes it extremely difficult to read. Why there gotta be so much going on here? And then there are all these full color screenshots, and while they're nice, the way they're all packed in here makes it look, I don't know, cheap and unprofessional. Somehow they lose their quality by being stacked together like that. Anyway, what do we got here? Top 10. So apparently Donkey Kong Country was their top game at that time. I actually never played Donkey Kong Country. I felt it was, I don't know, childish or something. Final Fantasy III, on the other hand, I played relentlessly. Most Wanted. Chrono Trigger. That is probably my favorite game of all time. And I sold my copy on eBay for like $100. Like 18 years ago. It's pretty crazy that I can say I sold something on eBay 18 years ago, but that's where we are. All that glare. Stargate. So Stargate came out in 94. So this movie was, still the shit. Battle Raws, morphing henchmen, desert dogfight in a stolen glider. O'Neill heats up the palace guards. This movie was on TV just 2 nights ago. I watched a bit of it. I actually like the series more than the movie. Earthworm Jim. Man, I used to watch this cartoon, but yeah, it was fun. Hocus Pocus. Say what? Okay, no. There was no Hocus Pocus game. This is Killer Instinct. They were tricking me. Alright. What are these cheats? Test mode. Yeah, see, I guess this is their cheat section. And it has the header Hocus Pocus. But, unless I've been reading this magazine for a while, I would not understand that that's what that was saying. See, this magazine is just an amateur graphic design, man. Amateur. Wait. The Super Hocus Pocus giveaway. Says here, you can win my broken Game Gear. Just kidding. Okay. True Lies. Man, it's another mid-90s movie that was the shit at the time. What can you do in this game? I didn't know there was a True Lies game. It's not like he's saving the world or anything. Explosive Harrier action. Is it a snow cone maker? No. Doesn't look anything like that. I assume that's a line from the movie. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Whatever. Where's Jamie Lee Curtis? Does he think Tom Arnold's in this game? No. Mortal Kombat 3. You know, it kind of jumped the shark after 3. I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to talk about it. But I'm gonna anyway. Wait. Studies new drawings. Let's see. The exciting thing about Mortal Kombat is every time they had a new one coming out, they would profile all the full motion capture stuff they were doing. I don't know. Just another big mass of text and graphics. Okay, it looks like comparative ratings from their various people on all these games. It's a grid. It's like looking at a spreadsheet. I know I'm really negative on this magazine, but it's not that bad. I've seen way worse. Team Gamefan. I don't really remember why I got this magazine or where it came from. You know, sometimes these things are kind of keyed into my memory somehow. I can tell you where I got something, why I have it, when I last looked at it, all that stuff, but I don't know. Probably when I was sick. Usually I got game magazines when I was sick. More of their characters. It's like they drew avatars for themselves, the editors of this. We're back to Stargate. I know because that's Kurt Russell. Also, it says right there, Genesis Review. It looks awful. This game's so brown. This is unpleasant color schemes. Never really liked games that employed desert-like colors. What is this? Crusader. What? Fenty. Okay. I've actually never heard of it. I mean, presumably I did when I looked at this magazine, but then I moved on with my life. Road Rash 3. A racing game, I guess. Fantasy Star. Classic RPG series that I never played. I just didn't play Sega RPGs. Oh, yes, it was all NES for me. Except for Shining Force, but that's more of a strategy. fantasy adventure. Looks like it actually has like anime cutscenes. That's pretty neat. You see, this is what I mean about graphics gone wild. Look at all this mess. All this crazy graphics in the background, and then the text is written over it, and then you have this stuff, and then the screen captures, and they have these frames, and it's just too much. Your eye can't focus on anything. It just makes it look like a mess. Like, I manage a team of software developers who do the user experience side, and like if one of them showed me a web page that looked like this, well, I wouldn't fire him, but I would be very disappointed, and I would knock over all of his cups, or her cups. Fatal Fury. Never played those games, actually. I know, there are a lot of games I never played as it happens, including Earthworm Jim. I would have liked to, though. Sometimes just dumb platform games with nice big sprite graphics are enjoyable. Dungeon Explorer. This magazine sure was packed with stuff. So much stuff. Like, were there really that many games being released? Oh, this is really nice art. Lords of Thunder. Battle Frenzy. It's just hard to believe they were releasing that many games. In a single month, and this old man, just people, so weird. What is this? Oh, Brandish. Another one I never played. Probably would have enjoyed it. I actually remember this ad. They're showing you the different Game Boy colors and connected to these young people's hair. And, I never had a Game Boy. So how I resented Game Boy and Game Boy culture. I don't know. Probably because I didn't have one. I think I'm gonna have to start going faster because we are not even halfway through this thing. Prehistoric man. There's actually text in it. Ogre Battle. Now there's a game I played. I'll admit, when I played Ogre Battle, I had no idea what was really going on in this game. I skipped most of the dialogue, just hit random things on the fights, and I seemed to win a lot. But after a certain point, that strategy stops working. And I never did return to it. Kirby. Metal Warriors. What's this? Weapon Lord. Not familiar with this game. Apparently it was Super Nintendo, as it says. You don't see it, but it says SNES preview up there. Weapon Lord. Here are the lords. actually have a pretty good ratio of men to women in this. It's actually unusual. I know, how woke am I, noticing the demographics. There's this game. It's nice arcade style graphics. Booger Man. I remember reading about that when it came out, or maybe I saw it at the video store, thinking I wanted to play it because it seemed so zany, and I never did play it. Mega Man 7. So I completely lost track of Mega Man after like the third game. They just kept going, I think the third Mega Man is the one where the villain is supposed to be Dr. Sigma instead of Dr. Wily. And you find Sigma, and you defeat him, and then Wily shows up anyway. And it's like, surprise. And then you kill Dr. Wily, and in his machine, and it turns out he's an alien. And then you go, like, fight him in space or something. I don't know. I don't think I dreamed that. I think that's real. But anyway, I always loved the Mega Man games. There's something really inventive and modern about them, while also staying true to this sort of purity, this pure game style where you have your health meter and your blaster power and just the sound effects of when this door would close when you fought a boss. I don't know. King Arthur. Never heard of it. Ooh, you can get some prizes. Who's gonna read all this? Oh boy. I'd recognize those bad graphics anywhere. That's Tekken 1. At the time it was pretty remarkable, but looking back it is... man. Team GF 32. So there's a table of contents for this section. Editorial zone. Oh, I see. Gamefan 32. So this is the 32-bit zone. Covering the Saturn, the 32X, the Jaguar, 3DO, and Ultra 64. I don't know what the Ultra 64 is actually, but I am surprised that they're covering Saturn and PlayStation as early as 95. Then I did just see Tekken, so. It's like I feel like this imagery must have actually looked amazing playing it, and somehow their screenshots make it look weird and pixely and muddled. I don't know if it's just the ink they used or what. Everything looks muddled on their screens. This mess. The hell is that thing? looks like a cartoon rat to me. It is a cartoon rat. Kendo Coyote. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These are rabbits in their underwear. This is a furry game. Yeah. Buff, half undressed furries. Passed off as a fighting game. Nice try. Afterburner. What is this? Brain Dead 13. Get your demo CD. What kind of game is this? You are Lance. You go to the I don't know what that is, to fix a computer. You find that this thing is going to blow up the Earth. You run from Fritz, destroy the hero. I don't know. Sounds kind of LucasArtsy, but I don't know what it is. Saturn previews. Look pretty cool. This is giant bugs. I always feel bad I didn't give Saturn a chance. Sometimes I get these ideas in my head about I'm gonna go back and download the emulator and play all these old games that I missed, back when I was like 15 or 14 or whatever. And I never do because, I'm an adult now and I have more important things to do with my life. This thing looks really cool. There's just so much content always being created. Barraged by entertainment, just like no time to go back. And also, what is the point of it? I don't know. Sometimes I even think, what is the point of these videos? What am I doing here? But for me, making these videos is actually really relaxing for me. So I think sometimes it's relaxing to watch ASMR videos, but it's actually very relaxing for me to make these and just go through and look at this stuff and be able to talk to you all about it, about my memories and just this stuff, looking at stuff. That's what this is all about. Here we go, Tekken. I played this, I think it was the first game I ever played on the PlayStation. When it first became available to rent in my hometown. You could actually rent the whole PlayStation and you get a few games with it. I think one of the games that they just threw it, there was like a demo disc they threw in, and it included like, I think 1 round of Tekken or something. And yeah, I remember, I was a teenage boy zooming in to see the polygonal scantily clad polygons of, I think that's a female. It's really hard to tell anymore. But yes, there was a girl, and she was, I think supposed to be attractive. I seem to recall her being a little on the voluptuous side. I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing to look back and think like, what really? We got excited by Tomb Raider. It's like, she's made out of squares. What is this? Oh, Wizardry 7. I never liked Wizardry. Virtuoso. PO'd. Interesting. Flashback. I was meant to give Flashback a chance and I never did. There's some shots of this brain dead game I was looking at earlier. It is an adventure game. It does definitely have a LucasArts feel. It's like, they played Monkey Island a few times and thought, we can do this. What's this? Ultra Vortex, a Jaguar game. I've never known it. Didn't know a single person who had a Jaguar. I'm trying to remember who even made Jaguar. Was that Atari? I don't know. Battle Bent? I don't know. Anime style game. Surprised it was even imported to the US. Hockey. Sometimes sports games were actually fun. Especially if you could, troll the other person you're playing with. That is way too much text. These people had something to say. They worked really hard on this magazine. You can definitely give them credit for that. What is that? It's like this elf chick. Oh, can't see. Got too dark. Games for sale. Okay. Gamefan gear. Art. What kind of art do we got? Lots of Donkey Kong art. I guess that's what the challenge was. Okay, this was a contest. I guess you had to draw Donkey Kong. They actually put "We're saved," says Earthworm Jim. Come on, punk, make my day. And the monkey's saying stuff, but monkey, gorilla, I guess. I've seen those mostly, I think it's mostly kids who submitted these, but actually 26. And then over here you have a 7-year-old. Oh, I see. They actually have them sorted by age, by the looks of it. So this was the winner of the under 8 category. 31. Jeez. epic adventure through Diehard, Gamefan, Next Generation Video Game Magazine. So pithy, just rolls off the tongue. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little flip through. And like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And most importantly, have a good night.